morning, everyone. I am Toastmaster Fazila, the host of the Toast Area 2 podcast, a podcast that is aimed to connect the Toastmasters community in District 20. Our guest for this episode lives in Kuwait and is a career coach by profession. She possesses a profound passion for youth leadership and empowering young individuals to explore their strengths and career paths. She is a member of two Toastmasters clubs, her home club that she had chartered in 2015, Durar Toastmasters Club, and Kuwait Advanced Toastmasters Club. She has a firm belief in the benefits of Toastmasters, and with a decade of experience in Toastmasters, she has achieved the esteemed distinction of being a double distinguished Toastmaster holder. For the people who may not know who you are, could you please give them an introduction?
Good morning. Thank you, Toastmaster Fasila. As you mentioned, currently I am a career coach. I have behind me a career spanning 3 decades as a finance professional in banks and the big four consulting firms in India, Bahrain, and Kuwait. It was a chance mail in my inbox around 4 years back during my vacation in India that took me to a career coaching workshop. Needless to say, being already drawn to commit myself to the development of youth around me, I was immediately fascinated and I let myself be sucked into another journey of learning, getting trained to be a career coach. In Toastmaster circles, as I have heard people when they introduce me, I am known as a committed leader. I, though, would like to introduce myself as a committed learner, as I firmly believe learning never stops.
Yes, of course, learning never stops, and that's why we are here at Toastmasters still honing our skills. If you could tell us, what got you first interested in Toastmasters?
I actually first heard of Toastmasters around 2 decades ago when I shifted from India to Bahrain with my family. It was from my husband's boss. But that time, being a young mother with two small kids, I was too engrossed in settling down in a foreign land, coming to grips with a whole new culture, and trying to be an emotional anchor to my young kids in a strange place. As Bahrain slowly became a home to us, the kids got busy with their academics, with their activities, and of course, with their friends. Both my husband and myself, we also became busy with our careers. But as we got comfortable in our careers, that's when I started to look around for opportunities to learn some more new things. And that's when I started to learn Arabic. It was at one of those classes that I met my first mentor in Toastmasters, the lady who brought me to Toastmasters, late Dr. Usha Devarajan. At her insistence, and I would say persistence, I attended my first Toastmasters meeting at WMC Toastmasters in Bahrain. And I was so impressed that I decided to attend more Toastmaster meetings. It was the different roles like our counter, grammarian, that really fascinated me. I attended the club's second meeting in October 2012. And that's when I enrolled myself as a member the same day.
Great. I'm so your journey is being fruitful as I can see from how you're glowing at the moment. So can you tell us, like as you have told everyone around you, and we know you for this, about your passion for youth leadership? So why is it important for you?
Well, I have always been fond of children. When I was myself a child, that time, from that time till now, I'm really fond of children. And with my own kids in their childhood, I have been more of a friend, as they say, than a mother. I love the purity, the serenity, the curiosity, and the quality of openness to learn in children. They are like an open book and a clean blackboard. Believe me, there is nothing more satisfying than to see the youth getting molded and flowering under gentle care. Being a mentor and a counselor of a Gavel Club since 2015, it has been a really rewarding journey where I have witnessed dozens of youngsters evolving into visionary leaders and excelling at school as well as at universities later. That's why I love my mentoring role at various Gavel clubs and youth leadership programs.
Interesting. So, how do you believe youth leadership can encourage or help young individuals like your kids to explore their own strengths and their career paths?
So that's one thing that drew me to the passion of career coaching as well. So this is a time, some 4 years back, as I mentioned, I turned my passion into a profession now. Now I feel it's the time to give back. And I believe youth are the future of humanity. As visionary leaders, when they become better human beings, the humanity, I believe, is in safe hands. When I look at the positive impact that the youngsters like Malala Yousafzai and Greta Thunberg, they have had on the world, I feel this generation has a lot of potential. Besides what they learn at school, supportive environments like that of Toastmasters helps them network, explore, and choose a gratifying career for themselves. They can choose a life path for themselves. There are scores and scores of opportunities. They just need to know their strengths. And it is in these positive and supportive environments that they do so. And I realize it's not only about molding them, it's also a learning for us adults when we spend time with youth. I myself have learned so much from them. In my experience, I have found children, or rather the youth, to be the best teachers in the world.
So, what are some big challenges that you faced in your journey as a career coach, and how did you overcome it?
Well, till now, my journey has been quite short. I have had a very short journey as a career coach, only 3 years and a few months, but I am enjoying the journey very much. One of the kids that I mentored maybe 2.5, 3 years back is currently in the first year of undergraduation in the UK. He was a very shy boy in class 11 when he came to me, and I recommended him to join a Gavel club. He did that, and eventually he opened up. In one of the sessions, mentoring sessions that I was doing with him, he told me he liked maths very much. But since he did not score too well in class 9 as well as class 10, maybe due to some distractions, no, is that's the teenage and children tend to get distracted at that point of time. His parents guided him to choose the commerce stream without maths in class 11. When I did his psychometric assessment as his career coach, his aptitude for maths and accounts came out very clearly. It was quite clear. I had a couple of sessions with his parents, and after some resistance, the parents agreed to my suggestion of the child deferring undergraduation by a year and taking a foundation year to pursue maths, which he had not done in school, since most of the accounting courses in the undergraduation required maths. They agreed, and so he did his foundation year with maths. That helped him get admission last year into a college and a program that he had been wanting to go to. So, similar to this case, I have come across several cases where there is a gap between the child's aptitude and the perception of parents. Actually, parents are the best well wishers of their children. So, I do not blame the parents when they feel this perhaps is a better profession for our child. Yet, behind that thought they have, behind this thinking is their dream that they want their children to do well in life. But several times it is their perception, and the child's aptitude and interests are different. So, several times it is a challenge to fill that gap when the parents are not too receptive about other available options. But yes, with slow and steady kind of counseling, they do come around most of the time.
Okay. So, as a member of Toastmasters and a very active member of Toastmasters, how do you foster an environment in Toastmasters that encourages young individuals to take more risks and embrace more challenges and even grow as leaders?
Well, Toastmasters environment needs to be a little more positive. Uh, of course, we are giving our best, but I guess there have been several setbacks in the last few years, what with COVID and all those things. But if the environment is a bit more positive, and a person like me, I have had the experiences, I have had the benefits from Toastmasters. So if you have that kind of an experience, you will stay back. Now, I have stayed on in Toastmasters for so long. After having gotten those benefits, now I'm there to give back, like I mentioned. And there are several Toastmasters like me nowadays in our district and beyond as well. So this will, if these kind of individuals encourage the youngsters to take risks, take leadership roles, uh, I'm sure the youngsters will be encouraged, and they will feel empowered enough to take risks and endure challenges. Now, in the Durar Gavel Club that I am mentoring currently, we had recently the EXCOM leaders elections, and I'm happy to say that for each of the positions we had 2 or 3 contestants. However, when I looked at the enthusiasm of the children, on the spot, I decided that the people who have lost, the kids who have lost, would still be part of the subcommittees. So what I have done is we have a president, a chosen president, and then there is a subcommittee of president. And I have mentioned all the names on the agenda. So they feel empowered, they feel positive, they feel they have responsible, and that's how they come forward to take up the challenge of leadership as well. I encourage them to go outside the clubs as well. As you might be aware, there is a Global Youth Gavel Club Forum. So I encourage them to attend, even if they can't participate as a contestant in the global contests. I encourage them to attend and network with other kids from around the globe. So I believe this positive Toastmasters environment will definitely help them grow as a leader, and they will surely do well when they go out into the world of academics and careers.
Okay, that's great to hear. In your opinion, as a career coach, what are some key skills and qualities that young individuals should develop to succeed in their chosen career paths? And how would you help them in that process?
Oh, well, as you are aware, different career paths require different technical skills. But some skills are required for all careers, or in fact, for life. They are life skills. So, whichever career you are in, you require certain soft skills, as we are becoming more and more aware of these in the current scenario. Communication is one of them. And yes, we are in Toastmasters where communication skills are the most important. Communication skills do not only mean talking, speaking, they also mean listening. It also means being able to give and receive feedback and improve upon your skills. So these are some of the soft skills that are very, very important. Being ethical. That's what I find in today's world. Somewhere down the line, we are becoming more smart and we try to get things quickly. We want to get successful very quickly. In that journey, somehow we are leaving behind our ethics sometimes. So being ethical is very important, I would say, in today's world. Being empathetic to others. This world today, unfortunately, is teaching us to be more self-centered. It's not bad to be self-centered. You have, for your own development, for your own happiness, you need to look after yourself first and then others. Yet you need not be selfish. So that's why I would say being empathetic is another skill that is very important in today's world. Being open to learning is another skill that I would say. Uh, we don't need, come across some children, some youth who feel they are know-it-alls. I know it, but yet we need to make them aware that there is so much to learn in this world. That, as I said, learning never ends. And all this can be learned. All these soft skills can be learned by uh, being in supportive environments. Like we have several voluntary organizations. Nowadays, we need to encourage our children to be part of voluntary organizations, come to Toastmasters, get the benefits that these organizations have to offer. This is what I suggest to them as a career coach as well. Participate in voluntary organizations, do some, be grateful for what you have, and try to be aware that communication skills, being ethical, being empathetic are some of the important skills these days.
Thank you so much, DTM Alka. For our last question, what would you like to see more in Toastmasters clubs? And maybe what would you like to contribute in the future?
Well, Toastmasters Club are a fantastic way to get those life skills in a very economic way. Yet, in the recent past, Toastmaster clubs are the ones that have also been victims of COVID-19, I would say. The members' connect has somehow disappeared during these last 3-4 years. When we went online, we started depending more on technology. I believe the Toastmaster International can also intervene here in terms of making the curriculum more more skills oriented. The Toastmaster International values of integrity, respect, service, and excellence are, I feel, many times not sacrosanct anymore. So we need to reignite that passion for the values. The ease and convenience somehow has been lost. So I would say a little bit of intervention by the leaders in making the clubs more of a unit where the members feel comfortable in coming. That would go a long way in making the Toastmasters Club contributing to the benefits that Toastmasters come here for. I would like to end my answer with a quote, or rather two quotes from the founder of Toastmasters, Dr. Ralph C. Smedley. He said, "Ours is the only organization I know which is dedicated to the individual. We work together to bring out the best in each other, and then we apply these skills to help others." And I would like to end by saying, by quoting him once again, while most of us have entered Toastmasters to learn to make speeches, that benefit is but the beginning of a good which may come to us and the good which we may do for the mankind. So this is how I would like to say that Toastmasters has wonderful benefits. The more You commit, the more time you commit, the more effort you commit, the better the fruits will be. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, DTM Alka Kumara, for coming to our podcast. As she mentioned, learning does not stop. And that's why here at Toastmasters, we keep trying to improve ourselves. Toastmasters helps us in identifying our strengths and even our future career paths. Thank you so much for coming to our podcast. I enjoyed hearing your lessons and your stories, and we will certainly take your advice to make Toastmasters more positive and to remind everyone to be more ethical. As always, this is your certificate. Please accept it. It is our appreciation for coming to this podcast. Thanks to all our moderators, especially our Area 2 Director, ETM Khaled Jalal, for helping us start this podcast. And see you in the next episode.